Hello everyone, today in this video we are going to talk about the conversion of galvanometer into ammeter or voltmeter. So after this video you should be able to explain the method of conversion, calculate the figure of merit for galvanometer and calculate the resistance required for the above conversion. So this is a galvanometer, it detects the current and it has finite or moderate resistance, not too low or not too high, and it is very sensitive. That means if you send a small amount of current, it shows the full deflection, so you cannot send more amount of current through the galvanometer, otherwise it will get destroyed. A galvanometer can be converted into voltmeter or ammeter. So ammeter, it measures current, it is connected in series and it has low resistance. As compared to galvanometer, it has low resistance, and ideal ammeter should have zero resistance. If an ammeter has large resistance, then it will disturb the current which is need to be measured, so it will not show the correct measurement. A voltmeter is a device to measure potential difference. It is connected in parallel with the resistors. It has high resistance, so current should not flow through the voltmeter. If the current flows through the voltmeter, according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, there will be some potential drop across the voltmeter, and which will affect the potential to be measured. An ideal voltmeter should have infinite resistance. That means there should not be potential drop across the voltmeter, because when resistance is infinite, current is zero, so V is equal to IR, I into infinity, that is 0 into infinity will be 0, so it will not affect the potential difference to be measured. So now let's see how to convert a galvanometer into ammeter. So ammeter has low resistance, but a galvanometer has finite or moderate resistance, and it is very sensitive. If you send few milliampere, it shows the full deflection, but ammeters, it measures current which is more than few milliampere. So in order to convert the galvanometer into ammeter, we have to decrease the resistance first and make the alternative path for the flow of large amount of current. As I have said, it is very sensitive, it shows full deflection for small current. Suppose I want to measure 1 ampere, so when I send 1 ampere, the galvanometer may get destroyed, so I have to make the alternative path for the current to flow. So in order to do that, we connect a very small resistance parallel to the galvanometer. We call it shunt resistance, and we know in parallel combination of resistance, the total resistance of a system decreases, so we have to connect a very small resistance parallel to the galvanometer to convert a galvanometer into ammeter, and this system will work as an ammeter. So we have a galvanometer, we connect a shunt parallel to the galvanometer, and I'll give name S to that shunt, and now this part is ammeter, and when I send the current I through the galvanometer, Ig will go through the galvanometer. Ig means the current which shows the full deflection in the galvanometer, that is the maximum permissible current through the galvanometer is Ig, and remaining part of the current, that is I minus Ig, will go through the shunt. So if you want to measure the current I, then you have to send it through this system and you have to calculate this shunt. Now in order to measure the current I, it can be any ampere, like it can be 5 ampere, 10 ampere. So in order to measure this, you need to calculate the value of shunt resistance. So let's see how to calculate the value of this shunt resistance. So now, as I have said in these things before, so let's find the shunt now. Ammeter, I am considering G is the resistance of galvanometer, S is the resistance of shunt, I is the amount of current flowing through the ammeter, and to be measured, and Ig is the current that gives full deflection in galvanometer, and I minus Ig is the current through the shunt. So we know in parallel combination the PD across S and G is equal. So in parallel combination there is equal PD. So now using the relation V is equal to IR, I can find PD across G and PD across S. So PD across S is current into resistance, so current is I minus Ig, resistance is S, and PD across G is current Ig into resistance G. So now I can write S is equal to Ig, taking this term down, and now using this, so Ig we know for a galvanometer, and value of G is also constant for a given galvanometer, so we can easily find the value of shunt, and this ammeter can measure the current 0 ampere to I ampere. So by putting the values we can calculate the value of S. Hence an ammeter is a shunted galvanometer with effective resistance Ra, and effective resistance is the parallel combination of two resistance. Then I can write this, and if you solve this you will get effective resistance is G into S divided by G plus S, and effective resistance is less than the resistance of the shunt, because we know in parallel combination the total resistance is less than either of the resistance. So now we'll convert a galvanometer into voltmeter. So galvanometer has finite or moderate resistance, but we need high resistance for voltmeter. So in order to do that we have to increase the resistance, and the method to increase the resistance is by connecting a high resistance in, so galvanometer series, and now this system will work as a voltmeter. So this green part is a voltmeter, and when you apply the potential difference across the voltmeter, current will flow, and this time the current flowing through the galvanometer will be small, that is Ig. So Ig is the current which shows the full deflection through the galvanometer. Now we have to calculate R. Now this is the same thing I have described, and in this case Ig will flow through both galvanometer and R, because in series combination equal current flows through all the resistors. Now I am considering the figure, and G is the resistance of galvanometer, R is the resistance which is connected in series, R plus G is the total resistance of the system, V is the potential difference to be measured, and Ig is the current that shows the full deflection for the galvanometer. And we know in series combination same current flows through both the resistors. So now potential difference across the combination, this V can be written as I into R, so that is this current into total resistance, and total resistance is G plus R. So now I'll solve for this. I'll multiply this I, and I'll take this Ig R this side, then R will be V minus Ig divided by Ig. So when you multiply this to both sides you will get this, and this Ig and Ig will get cancelled, so you are left with R is equal to V by Ig minus G. So this all things are known, so we can easily calculate R. So in order to make this galvanometer or voltmeter of range 0 to V volt, this R can be calculated easily. So hence a voltmeter is a high resistance galvanometer with high resistance, and the effective resistance of a galvanometer will be just series combination of G and R, and this G and R should be greater than G, resistance of the galvanometer. So let's see the final summary. To convert galvanometer into ammeter, we connect a small shunt parallel to the galvanometer, and to convert a galvanometer into voltmeter we connect a high resistance series in series with the galvanometer, and this is the formula to calculate the value of shunt, and this is the formula to calculate the value of resistance which is connected in series. And out here effective resistance is less than the shunt, and out here the effective resistance is more than this G.